All right. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Let me just get ready as usual. Plug my phone in so it doesn't turn off during the stream. Hopefully the chat is going to work. Okay, so does anybody know of a better sketching tool for Windows that is native and not an online thing? Because I am using Excalidraw, but it gets really slow once you start adding a lot of lines. It is actually quite annoying. So I am looking for some native tool. For now, I'm going to use Excalidraw. Hello, HW Chuchia Nathan. I guess that's how you pronounce it. How should I call you? Great mods, by the way. You should check it out. Everyone else. He has been making some really cool mods for Shakedown. 2 of them so far. And I guess he's also working on a Gran Turismo 2 mod, right? That's all kind of a part of it, as far as I understood by looking at your Twitter. So yeah, go follow him. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, the news is that the chat doesn't work on the phone. I can see his hello on the PC, but not on the stream. Okay, now I see it, but I had to get out and get in again. Okay, anyway, let's begin. Maybe I'm gonna let me actually go put on some coffee. Okay. Hope the audio works. This seems like it. All right. So let me slowly begin. This is hello. This is the 115th stream of Shakedown, and I haven't streamed for almost 2 weeks now. Anything of the Shakedown because, of course, in the meantime I was. First thing, I was ill for a few days, but that's gone. I'm no longer cold, and I have my nose is a little bit full, but everything else is fine. That's one thing, and the other thing is that I was doing this 7-day roguelike challenge, which I didn't finish, of course. And yeah, I've had a lot of other stuff in life as well, so it was kind of blocking me from working on anything. Okay, so yeah, I'm sorry about that. But now I need to sit down, and for a few days straight, I'm just gonna work on the game because there's a lot to do, and so. And of course, one more thing is I didn't stream, but I was still working on the game, and I have to say that first off, I was working on improving the model of the default car, and let me actually show you how that looks like. Let's go to Sweden, and yeah, if you look at here, let me just shut down the audio a bit. Yeah, this is what I have right now, and it has a different livery. It is slightly different. I've remodeled the rear wing. It is a completely new one, and it has this sort of a texture of a carbon texture. Let me actually go to Finland, because Finland has a much better lighting. Okay, you can see the carbon here a lot better. Yeah, you can see that it's like carbon now, and the rear view mirror as well is carbon, and of course it exists. It didn't exist before. Slightly better looking headlights and the rear lights as well, although I'm still working on them. As you can see, there's this white line that gets shined, which looks terrible right now. And I was thinking of a livery, and right now I have this sort of a pattern, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of it. And it's kind of hard to design a livery for this kind of a modern car, because it doesn't really have such sweeping lines, and yeah, much less than old cars. So it is a bit harder to design a good one. Oh yeah, and by the way, one big thing is you can see that on this side, here where around the wheels, the wheel well is a little bit crude, but on the other side, I've actually used Pixel like Alpha to cover to make a much nicer looking wheel well. So that is how it should be on the other side. It's just that I haven't copied the Alpha to the other side. But yeah, it looks a lot better. You see that there is a little bit of a bug here, because I also need to remodel the window. That's that's also done. So right now it's Z-fighting with the body, but that shouldn't be. And there are also seats inside, which are non-existent here, but they are also part of the model. They will be in the future. So yeah, that's about the improved model, and this one is still using the old. Yeah. Oh, and of course, one of the coolest things is that now there's a much better designed, this kind of a, how would you call it, the louver for the brake duct is a lot different, and it's actually modeled to be more correct, and it has also this slit so you can see the tire tread a little bit better. So yeah, a few improvements that I've been working on for the car, and the lighting is a little bit better. Oh, also I've added the scoop, the roof scoop as well, which is cool, but it's missing the scoop part. It needs to have yeah, that's a texture thing. So I will work on the texture and, you know, improve it a bit. And one of the cool things is now this the UV and the composition of the texture actually makes sense. So it's actually really easy for anybody to make their own liveries if you want to repaint it. Yeah. So that's why I was actually working on this, on improving the model. Okay, so that's one thing. That's one thing I was working on in the meantime. Another thing that I was working on was converting units to realistic, because right now what the build that is out has completely fake engine power and torque, and yeah, and the force that is applied on the wheels is completely fake. It's just totally how would you say, eyeballed, right? I was just like, I was basically messing with the values until I got it right. But right now I'm working on converting that to be realistic. So instead of just using a 0 to 1, it's actually using RPMs, and it's actually using correct torques for this kind of a car, and that will make it enable to be modded as well, so that you can change that as well. But right now I have some problems. Let me actually show you. Yeah, I didn't launch the Visual Studio. Let me go grab the coffee. I'll be back. Oh, let's launch this. All right, so here we go. Welcome to the Visual Studio. Oh yeah, I was deep inside the engine work. So yeah, let me launch this and let me show you what's up with the game right now, even though I'm not gonna work on this today. So, oh my God, it's running so slowly. But that, yeah, as you can hear probably. Oh yeah, by the way, did I, maybe it's too, oh my God, of course there's some chat. And look, this phone app, the Twitch phone app fucking sucks, okay? It's not showing the chat at all. Anyway, yes. So this is what I have right now. You have the RPM, the engine torque is now more correct. Although I'm not exactly sure about one value that I wasn't able to find was for the inertia of the engine. It's just completely fake right now. So I have to work on that. But I think this is maybe too light because the revving is too fast. But otherwise. And then when you start going, right, there is this bounce that is really annoying, and I have to fix that. The automatic gearbox is also terrible. But once you're, okay, sorry for this stuttering. This is just because it's a low FPS. So yeah, once you're in the groove, it works fine. And this is a much more correct gear ratios now and actual power that gets delivered to the wheels. But yeah, there's a lot of things to fix, including fixing stuff at low speed. So yeah, you can go all the way up to 200 kilometers per hour easily now. But yeah, one thing that needs to be fixed now is low speed behavior. If you brake completely, there's a little bit of there's this jitter, and there's a lot of weird behavior happening from the car. As you can see, I'm in the first gear, but for some reason it decided to go backwards. So yeah, these are all the pains that I'm struggling with right now, which for some reason these problems didn't exist before, and suddenly now that I went up into the There you go. You can go up to, I don't know, maybe you can do infinity. This is like the big rigs. You remember big rigs? This is exactly the same. Look, it goes more than 200 kilometers per hour. My God. Yeah, so I need to fix all this, and I have no idea how yet. And I'm been poking and seeing like what the hell is wrong, and I'm not exactly sure yet. There is just some kind of a, there is some kind of how do you say, instability that is going on at low revs that for some reason didn't exist before, but now it exists, and I'm not exactly sure why. So I just have to poke into it, and until I figure it out, this is gonna be my this is gonna be my real nightmare to try to fix this. Like I absolutely hate these things. Trying to figure out physics issues, and but hopefully once I fix all these bugs, I'm never gonna have to touch the physics again. Well, at least the drivetrain and stuff. Okay, then I can just focus on the game itself and not think about this thing. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I just wanted to show you that what's the state of the game right now. Look at this. Look at this, it's beautiful, yes. And it's steering completely wrong way. Anyway, let's read the chat. Oh my God, there's so much people chatting, yet my phone doesn't show anything. Okay, where was I? Hello, Cafe Bonson. Love the Alpha card wheel wells, nice. What is the benefit of Visual Studio over editors like Sublime? I mean, it's an IDE. It's a complete integrated stuff, and you can inspect things. Even in the newest version, you can even inspect the layout of the. You can inspect the layout of your structs. Like you can get a struct, and you can just say, "Hey, what is this?" You hover over it. It says what's the size, and you click memory layout, and it shows you the exact layout of your thing, which is perfect, which is very useful for debugging and optimizing and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Over Sublime, I mean, Sublime is basically like a text editor. Okay, that's it. Hi kids, my God, there's so many chat messages, and let me see. Okay, let me also okay, just open the stream on your phone and mute audio. Look, this is a perfect build. Yeah, wait. What's a chat? Hi kid, says Hadouken. Amartin Plays says, I wait for the day I can mod in a turbo or VTEC type engine rev. Yeah, turbo right now is quite fake. The turbo right now is just following the revs, and it's just a sound. It's just a sound trick. Like there's a turbo sound that just follows the RPM. Like it goes up with the RPM. But yeah, it's not a real one yet. Slow RPM, then a sudden increase. I mean, you can do that. You can implement a high. Oh, what the hell happened? Is it because what? GLF error? The driver does not appear to support OpenGL. What the fuck? This never happened to me. What? Okay, that was some kind of a bug with that was some bug with it. Okay. Yeah, well, you can do a high revving engine if you do this. There's a you can do a car parameters, and you can edit the torque table actually. And if you want to make a high top revving engine, you just make the bottom like very low. So now you have this peak torque. So now at the very just slow at the beginning, and then and then suddenly afterwards, there it is, like, whoa, suddenly gets torquey afterwards. So you can, yeah, like you can fake it, but it's not a real thing, because a turbo is something that spools up and it has some inertia, right? But yeah, right now you can just fake it like this. We could make it even smaller. Well, let's. Yeah, right now it's not moving at all. It's like you have to go. Yeah. Oh my God, look at that torque. There's nothing, and then just on high RPM, just like explodes, right? Yeah. You can fake it if you just turn the torque curve like this. But that's yeah, that's not a real turbo. Camera fix. Yeah, I absolutely need to fix that camera as well. That's that's something that is yeah, it needs to happen. It needs to happen soon, sooner than later. Yeah. And the reason why this the camera is stuttering, by the way, is just because there are FPS drops. And then if you have irregular FPS, the camera is calculating in the graphics thread and the graphics update. So yeah, I need to move the calculating of the camera to the physics and then interpolate it. That's what I need to do. I know what I need to do. I'm just lazy. I'm not actually lazy, but there's so many other things to do. That's the reason. Okay, today we're gonna work on the menu and not anything like this. Oh my God, I've already wasted half an hour. At least bug fixing feels good once it's done. Yeah, hopefully. Nautica, keep a version of this build for me, please. I find it funny to set records while driving backwards. Okay. Never going to have to touch again. Sure. Yeah, I mean, that's what everybody says. I mean, I have to be optimistic about it, okay? Don't mess me with my optimism, okay? Yeah. I want to never have to touch it. Okay. But yeah. This is a perfect build. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Hello, Kizo. Nice to see you. Martin says again, also just open the stream on your phone and mute audio. You know, here, that's the thing. I could, but I mean, why does the Twitch app even exist? Yeah, and there again, I've just missed some chat messages which I have to reread. I have to open my chat all the time. Driver error. Yeah. I need to borrow this build. I would really like to borrow the unlimited reverse gear to set records going backwards. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it's actually going to work. Because I think that anything you bump while going backwards, it actually is going to flip your movement to forwards or something. There's definitely, I'm not going to run this again. I don't want to waste time. But yeah, it doesn't behave as predictable as you think. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. Okay, but right now, I'm not going to work on this version of the game. I'm going to go back. Yeah, let me just say that converting units to realistic, but more work needed. Yes, infinite reverse. Infinite reverse. There you go. Oh, one more thing. 3,000 builds. I've crossed 3,000 builds. And this is actually build number. What does it say? The build number is. Oh, no, not that one. What? Build number. There it is. This one is 3,020 right now. So I've crossed 3,000 builds, which is cool. There, crossed 3,000 builds. I even have a commit just saying that. And my previous one was, what was it? It was like it was, I made 100 builds in a short time because I was testing because I was changing the car and everything, the physics. Okay, so what I want to say is that today I'm actually gonna go back. Let me see what I need to do here. Okay, I'm gonna move all of this into well, I don't know about spec 17. Yeah, that okay, let me try. Oh yeah, this is the 959, which I don't want to do. This is the old test that I did for that was Kizo's car that I was testing. So I'm just gonna remove that. And about these two, yeah, let me try to just move to master. Let me try to move to master, and I'm gonna say switch to master. Local changes don't change. Okay, don't change the changes. Your local changes to the following files would be overridden by checkout. Please commit. Okay. Okay, so I can't do that. All right, let me. Oh shit! Yeah, that's the problem now. Fuck. Okay, the problem is that I have two branches now that I'm working on, and yeah, I would need to reapply this one. Okay, which is the to do, and then I have the spec 17. Okay, let me actually stash this. Let's say stash and reapply. Hopefully that's gonna work. Applying stash. Yes, amazing. Merge conflict. Changes to be committed. Yes, I definitely want to unmerged paths close. Okay, let's see. Let's see what is going on here. Staged. Yes, this is a new one, and there is a problem here. Merge. Oh my god, I've never done a merge conflict in fork before. Let's see. I don't know what is going on here. Consolidation. Yeah, let's do the one from the stash. Choose stash. Yes. Okay. So yes, that is just adding stuff. Yeah, that's good. Okay. And then this one is just an override. Good. Okay. But here's the thing. I'm not going to apply this yet, actually, because it needs more changes. It needs more changes. But you know, it's 500 kilobytes. So let me actually apply it. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. Spec 17 and changes. And streams to do. So yeah, let's just make it. Oh, I'm not actually in master. Fuck. No, I didn't want. I didn't want this one. I wanted the master. Damn it. What do I do now? Can I go to master? Okay, let's go to master, and then I'm gonna merge this one. Merge into master. Merge. And okay, good. So hopefully that has fixed it. I am on master now. Good. So the build number is back on 2903. Yeah, this is the funny one now. Because I have multiple branches, the build number doesn't make any sense. But you know, the point of the build number is actually just to have different versions, more than being in a correct number, right? Just so that I can say, okay, this is the build 2903. I had the bug here, and you know, just for like checking. It's almost like a commit thing, but it doesn't need to be consistent. Okay. So anyway, let me go back to 3000 builds. Oh, one more thing I want to mention before stream. Kenya is approaching. It's actually next week. It's like, you know, it's basically, it starts on the 27th and 28th, and it goes until 31st. Oh my god, 31th. And yeah, that means that I want to make a Kenya track as well, which is gonna, yeah, there's, I'm working on so many things in parallel. It's terrible. But yeah, it really depends on how this menu goes, how this menu thing goes. If it goes well, then I'm gonna I'm just gonna go on making Kenya. Hopefully this weekend. And I want Kenya to be relatively simple track. Like it's just gonna have long stretches of roads. The only thing that I need to do, the only thing I really need to spend time on is textures and trees, new trees, yeah. And that's it. And then for the track, I'm just gonna make a big layout, and it could even take me a day to make a big layout, just like I did with Finland. I made Finland pretty quickly actually, because it was just a layout with the procedural road. Okay, and that I want to do that for the initial release of Kenya. Okay, so Amartine says emphasis on the records. I don't know what you mean by that. 3020. Oh, 3020 was the build or something. I'm so good at drifting with my brakes that I'm never gonna fix the e-brake. Yeah, e-brake for noobs. Just use normal brakes. Just in Shakedown. Yeah, you don't have the handbrake. Yeah. Anyway, which is something also that I'm working on right now. Well, with the big physics overhaul, that is what is going to happen. Okay, so I talked about Kenya, but today what I want to do, well, I've lost a lot of time explaining stuff, so I don't have a lot of time, but I want to make a little simple menu that I can go through. So what do I actually want to do today? Let's go and draw a little bit. So right now in game, if I go to Sweden, this is the previous build. If I go to Sweden, oh my god, it's too loud. You can see that when you press escape, you get this. You get a little, I call it the info board. It's basically like just a little GUI panel, an ImGUI panel, and there's no interaction. It's just telling you what to press when doing what. If you want to restart, space, right? If you want to go to the replay, R. If you want to quit, enter, right? And that was the simplest way to do the menu. But in the future version, I want to be able to, well, here is what I want to do. The menu should be able to switch cars, okay, switch maps, and in the future also switch, oh yeah, well, let's not switch, let's say choose layouts. That's going to be in the future, but right now choose, oh, this is with double O. And you want to also drive, like the drive confirm. And this is going to be, cars is going to be left and right. And this is going to be left and right and left and right. And then, well, okay, so what am I even talking about? Okay, I didn't really explain what I'm talking about, right? Well, okay, what is a menu, right? A menu, you have you have a bunch of buttons that you can navigate through, right? You use up and down to select the items, right? And these are going to be like resume, right? And then when you select this one, you can resume the game. And then there's going to be one that is like restart, right? And then there's going to be one that says quit. So instead of just having this info board, as I call it, which says press enter to quit, I do actually want to make a more classic menu where you press up and down to select your choices, right? But there are sometimes, for example, in the main menu, okay, let me actually use a proper square. Something like this. Edges, let's do nicer edges. Can you select? Yes, you can. Okay. And I do actually want to have, so when you are inside the main menu, hello CX links, by the way. I want it to have a basic thing. Like I just want, what do you want to do in a racing game? You want to choose your tracks, you want to choose a car, and you want to drive. That's it. So what I actually want to do is I want to have a button that says drive. Okay? And this thing is going to be on the top. This is going to be the first selected thing. So when you press space or enter or whatever is the confirm thing, you should go directly to drive. Waste no time, right? But then your next option should be like select your car, right? Select your car, and it's basically going to be like left or right, right? So what you do is this thing is selected, you go down one, and then you go left and right to select the car. Basic, simple. And then the next thing is select your track or your map. Well, as I call it a map, so I'm going to call it a map. Select your map, left and right. That's it. And then you want to drive these. You want to drive a combination of, I don't know, like this, the HW's Quattro. Okay, on Finland, you select this, and then you go to drive, enter, boom, you're there, right? No fuss. That's the simplest thing that I can think of. And then, of course, you might want to bail out and just quit the game. So there's going to be a quit. What the hell is going on? Quit. What? Okay, there's the quit. But also, there's probably going to be some options. I don't know if there's going to be options in the main menu, but this is options. Okay, this is going to definitely be like this. So this is going to be the main menu. And then when you enter, when you drive, when you're actually driving, you should be able to go back to the main menu, right? Well, I'm thinking, maybe you should be able to select, no. Let's make it so that you can go to the in-game menu as well. Well, this is sort of going to be the main menu, and I don't know exactly what the background is going to be with the main menu, but it should be some kind of a scene that I can easily load. And this is going to be the in-game menu. Okay. Well, it's a weird thing to call it an in-game menu, so let's say driving menu or something like that. So while you're driving, you should have like a resume, right? Go back to playing. There should be some restart for sure. There should be a little replay. Yeah, this is a bit confusing because replay and restart are very similar words. Replay the game. No, I mean replay, enter the replay, right? Watch replay. Maybe I should say watch replay. Watch replay or something like that. And then there's going to be options, and then you should be like quit to main menu or something like this, right? And yeah, so what I'm thinking of is that the only thing that my menu is going to have is basically ability to confirm, so to press it, to interact with it, right? With a space or enter or whatever your confirm key is. And another thing is to do a left and right choice. And that's basically it. And I'm thinking, is there any other thing that there might be a thing which is like an input, like write down your name or something like that. But I don't have that at all right now. I think that all of the actions that you can do in your options are going to be just a left and right thing. So that is what I'm going to implement for the beginning. So how are we going to do that? How are we going to implement this? Well, graphically, I did write the concept, and as I say, yeah, this is basically what I was talking about, right? Drive is confirmed, choose cars left and right, choose maps left and right, layouts. Let's remove layouts for now because they don't exist. And there's definitely going to be a quit, which is only going to have the confirm. So yeah, I'm thinking of actually running a completely new project for this. Do I have time to do this? Sure, why not? Okay, let's go to my N-Engine dev, and I'm gonna create a sub-project that uses my engine. A completely new project, and I'm gonna copy the N-Engine minimal. I think this is the correct one, or should I use something else, which is like what is else that is, what is this yacht? I forgot. X font. Imgui draw custom. Oh, console. Yes, I did actually work on a console. Okay, let me actually copy this one. Okay, I'm gonna copy the console project, and I'm gonna call it X menu. And the reason why I call it X is that, okay, let's call it main menu. The reason why I call it X is it means experimental, sort of. That's my convention. Okay, and the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete everything except for the source. And the source is gonna include the PCH and nothing else. Yeah, this is gonna be the main. And let's actually open it, but here's the thing. I need to actually pre-make it. Well, I need to configure it in pre-make. So X console, here it is, and I'm just gonna copy this, and hopefully it will automatically be rebuilt. So if I say pre-make 5 vs 2022, right? This is a 2022. I keep forgetting. I think it is. Then I can just say this, and it has configured. It has created a it should have created. Oh wait, I didn't actually change this. Okay, this is gonna be called X main menu. There it is, and we're gonna do there it is. It has actually created a X main menu. There it is. And now if I go into the X main menu, there it is. It has created a VSX proj. It has done all the stuff. And hopefully this is gonna work. I just reload everything. Let's reload everything, and I'm gonna go open my main menu. There it is. Let's open the main, and here's the thing. We're gonna move. Oh yeah, we're gonna remove console because it doesn't exist, and let's just keep the main. And let's remove everything that is not related to the engine. Grave accent, I don't need any of that. There is imgui show demo window. Render if quit break. Yeah, we're gonna remove that as well. We don't need that. And why is imgui missing? Is it just because it didn't process? But this should be the minimal way to do it. N-Engine PCH is there, so it should be imgui. It should be using imgui, no? Is it not using imgui? Okay, wait. Maybe it's not. But yeah, the engine should be using imgui, so I don't know why it doesn't exist. Okay, let's try building this. I'm gonna set up startup project, build. First time building, main menu project. Pause menu. Yeah, okay, so there is a problem. It won't build. Is it missing? Is the imgui missing or whatever? Let's see. being compiled. There are some errors. Oh my god. Oh my god, what does it say? Show demo window doesn't exist. Yeah. So I guess I need to include imgui. Okay, there it is. Imgui. Okay. Here we go. Okay, hopefully this will run. And we'll create a, there it is. And it should create a window. There it is. Okay, so this is how you basically set up my engine. This is the minimal project using my engine, right? You just create an engine struct, start it, initialize everything while running, and then do whatever you want, render, and that's it. And so now when I press X, it just crashes. I mean, it's it ends. Okay, so there you go. This is the most minimal project you can do with my engine. Okay, so here is an empty world. There's nothing going on. It just cleared screen, but it allows me to actually prototype with the GUI. So this show demo window is actually showing this demo window, right? And the cool, what happened? Oh, it just I pressed, clicked inside the console. Okay, the cool thing is I can go through the whole thing, the whole demo window, and just check, what do I want? And I was thinking that my menu, okay, I can either implement it. This is what I wrote down here. I wrote down that I can either implement it as a list box, or I could implement it as separate objects of imgui. So if you look at some of the like list boxes here, this is what you can do, and you can actually navigate through them like this and select. And I'm not exactly sure if I should use that, right, to select my items going up and down, or I should use my own logic for going up and down with a custom sort of rendering. And I think that I'm actually going to do that instead of relying on imgui to do it for me. So yeah, let's try to draw an empty thing with the title, and I have to remember how to do this. Okay, let's see. So let me shut the console down. All right. So yeah, I do actually have this in my GUI. In my GUI, there is a thing which allows me to much more easily create in Windows without any, with an overlay. How do I actually do the menu? When you press escape, there's no escape. Are you kidding me? Meshes capacity, escape. Okay, yeah. Can I do this? Oh yeah, restart stage. Okay, where am I actually using restart stage key? Restart stage, what? I'm not using it anywhere. There's definitely a key escape used somewhere else. Yeah, there it is. Game is menu. Game is menu. Okay, the game is menu. I have to look for that. There it is. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm setting the window position. I'm setting the alpha. Okay, let's actually copy this. I'm gonna create a new window. Okay, let's copy that into here. And let's me put that into a new scope, just in case. And yeah, I don't have an IO, which is actually the IO is just imgui IO. Okay, so it's this thing. And yeah, I have some special static flags, which I don't have over here. Text-centered. Oh my god, I actually have a text-centered utility. I have so many things here that I don't have in my... It's this lambda over here. Okay, does it use anything else? Get a window size, text. It displays the text. Set cursor position. Yeah, basically calculating the text size. That's the thing. Okay, static window flags. Let's find it. Static window flags. Let's import that as well. Okay, it is const.expr, so let's just put it here. Okay, that should be it. That should work. So it should create an in-game menu. I mean, the board that I have there. So let's launch. Let's launch. There it is. Here is my beautiful menu with which you can see. Okay, so you can't even focus it. That's actually okay. That's actually okay. But I want to do up and down to select the correct items. But of course, how am I going to select the right items? I need to highlight it somehow. I need to draw some rectangle. Well, that's a bit of an issue because I need to draw a rectangle over my things. Okay, there is one more thing that I could do. Okay, I could have... okay, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do always auto resize. Okay, I'm going to do no move. I'm going to do no decoration. But yeah, let's not do auto resize. Instead, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to set the size of the window. How do I do that? I need to remember. Window position. Okay, there's the window position. Pivot. There is a pivot, but there is not size. So maybe I think imgui has a set next window size. There it is. Yeah. And I can give it anything. It could be a 300 by 300, for example. Is there any other things? Condition. What is condition? I don't know. Imgui cond. I guess it's this thing. Always. There are no new chat messages, right? No. Okay, let's see. Okay, there it is. We have forced it to be of certain size. That's nice. Okay, so here is the thing. I'm actually going to draw these as completely separate windows. Is that even going to work? Is that too much? Is that too much to ask? Yeah, it would be actually great to completely separate the logic from rendering. But yeah, right now it feels like the only thing that I can do is to draw it as completely separate boxes. So, okay, let me try something. I'm going to do, instead of this center text, I'm going to do for each of the, okay, let me see if I can do this. Let's do a menu. Let's do a menu which has a vector of, okay, let's do a little vector of strings. My God, this is awful. But let's see if this is going to work. And I'm going to say menu texts. Okay, and then I'm gonna, well, first let's reserve like 16 of them, so that I'm probably not gonna have more than 16, so that they don't move out in the memory and get moves all the time, or 32. Okay, and then I'm gonna push or in place back a menu texts. For the first one, I'm gonna call it, what am I gonna call it? I'm gonna call it drive. The first one, I'm gonna say car, you know, as I did. Select the car. Okay, this is just a mock-up, right? This is not a real thing. Map, and I'm gonna say options, and I'm gonna say quit here. Of course, this is just a mock-up. So for each of these, but I'm gonna do it as a length of menu texts. Text.size. So I'm gonna take a menu texts I, and I'm gonna create, for each of these, I'm gonna create a new menu. I'm gonna create a new one. And the problem is that this needs to be a static string, right? Which is it's not a static. Wait, let me just try to do this. Maybe it's gonna let me do it. Cster. Surprisingly, it actually allows me to do a const char. Okay, well, hopefully this works. Okay, and we're gonna do static flags. And the problem is that I have to move everything inside here. For each of these texts, I need to initialize a window position and everything. All right. But here's the thing, I can actually simplify this by adding it in here, right? Yeah, I can add it in here. Or, well, here's the thing, I can actually add it, this position can be outside, and the pivot can be actually outside, because it's the same pivot for everything. So yeah, we are going to have the window pos, and the pivot is going to be, the pivot is there. Okay, cool. And the size is going to be shallower, not going to be 300. Okay, let's make it wider actually. Let's do a 500. Okay, next window alpha, blah, 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 begin, and then we're going to do a centered text, and that's also going to be a cster. This one, right? It does take in a const char, it does, and finally I'm gonna end it. I'm just gonna say end. Okay, and let's, oh, spacing. I'm adding six times of spacing. Interesting. Oh, and the font scale. The font scale, of course. It needs to be inside a window actually. So after I begin the window, yeah, let's do a scope just to kind of let myself know that this is the window. This is the window drawing. Okay, and let's remove this. There we go. We have done it. We have done it, except that everything is on the same. Everything is drawing on top of each other, which is exactly what I don't want. And of course, the size is completely wrong. The size should be smaller. I guess 50 smaller or something like that. Well, it would be great to actually be able to center it on the scale. But yeah, let's do a, I don't know actually how you figure out the size. Size of text, right? We have this calculate text size. Oh, Calculate text size. All right, so I could do a Y as well. I could do a Y as well to calculate the size or something like that. Yeah, but let me actually offset the window position. So for each of these, we're going to have offset positions, right? The Y is going to be, we're going to add some I by size, right? Some size. So let's do a const float. Well, in this case, it's a float, but I should really be using F32, but I don't have F32s here. Actually, I can add it. Is it a float? Invec. Yeah, it is a float. Okay, let's keep with the floats. Let's call it separation. And the separation is going to be 100. So we're going to do this by separation, and of course the size should also be the same as, oh, separation. Okay, let's do a 50 actually. 50. And the separation is going to be in here then. And we're going to have height as well. So right now, yeah, let's just keep them the same. Height is the same as separation right now. So yeah, moving the window pos, and yeah, let's see how this looks like. Oh, and I didn't commit at all. There it is. It's beautiful. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Every time it's actually growing exponentially. Why? Because I'm plussing it. I'm plussing it here. I shouldn't be plussing it with I. Yeah, it's a wrong thing. Okay, but yeah, look, it's actually pixel perfect. We have the squares. That is brilliant. Okay, great. It's working so far. Okay, let's redo again. And here's the thing, right? The problem is that the whole menu is not centered at all, and I want to center it. The drive button is centered, but not everything else. And there's actually some kind of a tiny border around them, which is annoying. You can see it only above other things. There it is. There's a tiny border when you click on them. Is there like a no border thing? No focus on appearing, no decoration. Im GUI window flags. I don't know. No decor. Let's look into them. No nav, no inputs, no nav focus, no focusing towards this window. Yeah, we should also remove that. No nav focus. But we should probably do something else as well. No focus on appearing. Disable taking focus when transitioning from hidden to visible state. Always vertical scroll bar. No nav inputs. No mouse inputs. Disable catching mouse hovering test with pass through. No background. There's no border or something like that. Internal. No background. Well, I thought that this is what no decoration does, but apparently not. No focus on appearing. No scroll with mouse. Yeah, let's do no mouse inputs as well. And no focus on appearing. Oh, I already did that. Yeah, and let's remove this one. Yeah, so we're not going to resize automatically. Let's see. Oh my god. Didn't I have no collapse? Did I accidentally remove no decoration? Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I did. No decoration. No decoration. That one is very important. So the decoration is that. Oh, decoration just means the window border, right? There it is. Okay. It still seems to be selectable. No, it's not selectable, but it still has this tiny border. There is like a 1 pixel gray border, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, maybe it is the outline color or something like that. Set next imgui set next frame. No. Allow overlap, window focus, window set next windows, window BG alpha, but it doesn't have color or something. Anyway, yeah, so here's the thing. Let's not focus on that. Let me actually add a little bit of separation. So if the height of the button is 50, right, we're going to use the height. And let's add a little bit of separation. I don't know, maybe that looks terrible, maybe it's going to look terrible, maybe it's going to look great. We'll see. Let's see how that looks like. And let's also center it vertically on the screen. Okay, yeah, there is a little bit of separation. Also, I think the board, it should be a little smaller. Maybe 45, 46. Let's go with 46. This is all eyeballing. There it is. This looks good. This looks good. I'm not gonna count all the vertices, but it does look better. It does look relatively centered. So yeah, let's now, since we have that, we know what the height is. We can calculate when we should start. And so here is the thing. The window position starts at the center. What does that mean? That means that this is the pivot here. Right now our center is here in the middle of the first element, and this is our center of the screen is like this. This is why you can't see the rest. But I want to move the center of drawing to the middle, right? To the middle of the whole thing. So I need to calculate how many of them I have, right? I have the starting height. So that's going to be the float start height. Height is how much? It's going to be the menu texts, that size, by height. Well, let's move that up here. By separation, right? So that the separation is this. This is the size of the separate. Why is it so thick? Okay, that's what she said. And yeah, this is the separation. So if this is the separation, then the middle is this plus this plus this plus this, and then we have the extra on the end, which is not correct. So we have to say minus the difference the difference between height and the separation. So we're going to do minus height minus separation minus height. So we have this little thing, which is this 5. Yeah, well, it's a little bit weird. Maybe I could have said separation should be the 5, maybe, like this. right? And then the distance should be, yeah, let's do that instead. Let's do separation. Let's do height here. Height plus separation. So that this is, well, I've just redistributed everything, right? It's going to be minus separation. Okay, well, it's kind of ridiculous. Kind of ridiculous, but it's the same. I'm basically doing the same thing, right? But we have the start height, which is, you know, the size of the whole thing. Okay, let's call this menu height. Okay, and then we have the start height, which is actually going to be IO display size, the same thing as we have down there, by 0.5 minus, oh, no, it's actually going to be plus, right? Plus menu height. No, it's going to be minus. It's going to be minus menu height by 0.5. So half of that. We have 2 halves. Because, yeah, so we have now calculated where this should be. Hopefully. Okay, so instead of this, I'm going to use the start height here. Let's rerun this and let's see if this makes any sense. Bang! Here we go. And is this the same? Is this the correct height? How am I going to measure? And look at that. It's actually consistent over different heights. Yeah, I can actually just move the height. Ah, there it is. It's not consistent. It's not consistent. And why is it not consistent? I don't know. It's like there's one extra missing. Is it because it takes the whole thing? Should I add another one? Should I add another one into the... Does anybody in the chat understand? Why am I stupid? Why is there an extra thing? Why did the toolbar even show up? I don't know. Anyway. Why is there an extra menu item that doesn't exist? Size. 0, 1, maybe. Okay, let's see what happens if I add another one. Right? No, if I remove one. If I remove one. Yeah, this is worse. This is worse. I need to add one for some reason. So the size of the whole thing, height separation. Okay, is even this correct? Okay, let me just check this. If this is the old thing, right? Like this. Let me just check if this is consistent. No one is saying anything in the chat. Everybody's afraid. Okay, so even this is wrong. Even this is not centered in the middle. So there's something going on here, which I'm not exactly sure what. Could it be that it includes this the menu bar or something? I'm not exactly sure. Because the pivot is definitely, the pivot is actually in the middle. Did I make a wrong thing? Separation. Let's not call it separation. Let's call it margin. And I'm going to call it separation is going to be height plus margin. Okay, let's do that. So this is just going to be plus separation. And when I'm calculating here, let's do a separation minus margin. Okay, and let's try to do this again. So we have the display size, main display size in pixels. May change every frame, but the problem is, does this include the window bar or not? Right? Could this be my problem? Maybe this is my problem. And if the pivot is 0505, then it should be centered. It is strange. It is quite strange. I have all the confidence you will sort it out. Thank you. That is exactly what I needed, except when I'm really stupid. Okay, well, there's definitely something wrong happening with the top of the drive menu. Oh, you know what's going on? Okay, I'm done. There it is. There you have. You see? You have the confidence, but then I'm stupid. I figured it out. It's because I'm offsetting at the beginning of the for loop. I should offset at the end, of course. A bit. So I'm first moving the first element down, right? But I should actually move it after. God damn it. There's always something like this, something ridiculous like that happening. Always. Always. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now it's centered. Now it's centered exactly in the middle. It's exactly in the middle. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect middle. Okay, now I should have a perfect menu height. Okay. Oh, and you know what? I didn't commit at all. It's beautiful. Let's make a new. Okay, let's try it. Let's test it out. And it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong because it was adding a 1 to the end. Or I was, yeah, adding a 1 by trying to figure out what the hell is going on. And then it's completely wrong. Okay. So let me make a new branch. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, let's try and then make a new branch. Okay, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. It's definitely now it's higher than it should be. Okay, so let's fix that. But first, let's make a new branch and let's say main menu. Main menu. Okay. Main menu dev. Do that. Okay. And yeah, let's add all the new stuff. New project only for testing the main menu mockup. Okay, so what are we doing here? Size by separation minus one of the margins, right? The separation is height plus margin. Okay, this seems to be completely wrong. So menu height. Okay, maybe it is -1 here. Is it possible? I don't think it is. But if I was taking a height, yeah, let's try -1. Let's try -1. Hello, Farfadet. Nice to see you. Okay, seems like it's working, but there's something like I'm adding. Should I add 2 margins instead? Maybe I should. So I'm moving a margin down. Let's do it without a margin. What's going to happen? There's definitely a little bit of an offset. So it's not correctly. Well, there it is. It seems that just not using a margin is correct, which is funny. Okay, let's me actually resize. Maybe this is just a fluke, my calculations. So you have to always check for that. You always have to check the fluke. Okay. No, seems to be correct. Okay. So I'm going to go with that. This is one of those moments I don't exactly understand why, but it works, so let's move on. So, oh yeah, by the way, let's also try by adding a few more menu things, a few more quits, because why not? It's always nice to quit multiple times. Oh, and it doesn't work. What is going on here? What's wrong with, why isn't there, I know, because you cannot take the same text does not work. Okay, that's a problem. That's a problem. Okay, there it is. We have more items, and they're all perfect. They're all perfectly aligned. Nice. Okay, let's do a simple navigation now. Let's call this perfect alignment. Perfectly aligned menu. There we go. Okay, so of course we're gonna have some kind of an int telling me that this is going to be an index, selected index. Let's just say selected, and it's gonna start with 0. So when I'm doing this, right, I need to change the alpha. Let's make this 1 instead. So I'm going to say if selected is I, right? If selected is I, else let's make it transparent. Okay, and if selected is I, then I'm going to make it completely opaque. Okay. So, and then, of course, what I want to do is when I'm running, I want to, okay, let me actually hide the demo window because we don't need to do any of that. Selected is going to be, yeah, we're going to do input engine. Oh, it's just E, input on key pressed, wait, key down, yeah, key down, key, and I'm going to do a key W going up. I'm going to decrement the selected. Else if E input key down, key W, I'm going to increment the selected. And of course, we need to make sure that if selected is less than 0, then selected is going to be the same as the size of texts. Menu texts dot size -1. Else if selected is out of range, so menu texts dot size, but I'm going to have it more than or equals, then it's going to be 0. That should be a very basic logic for wrapping the things around. Oh, and key down is S. So if we're going down, we're going to increment the selected, and let's see if this works. So this is like a navigation without navigation, sort of to speak. Oh, a menu, says Harfarfaday. I think this menu need a night mode. Yes, of course. Oh, look at that. Unsigned assigned mismatch. Why is that? Who says that? Who says that? Yes, it's because I need to convert this static. Okay, let me include notcast types and decay types. Okay, so that I don't need to so that now what I can do is I can do an as i32 size instead of static cast. Yeah, there we go. So we can now compare. So that should fix it. Okay, there we go. Going down, perfect. Oh my god, it's perfect. It wraps around up. There we go. We have made a menu that can be navigated. It is a little bit slow. I think that's because ImGUI is like navigating through. Yeah. So now what we have to do is let's do some kind of a confirm thing. So when you press space, I'm going to do a confirm. So confirm is going to be input key down key space, oops, key space, or let's do an enter as well, because just why not, right? Let's do an enter. Oh, let's do a numpad enter as well, since we're here. Some people like it. Like the numpad enter as well. Numpad enter. Here we go. So this is going to be confirm. And when you press confirm, we're going to do a... Can I change the color of set next window color? How do you do the color? Window color. I think you need to do the style and stuff. You've selected as one. Okay, let's make it just flash to nothing. So I'm going to say if confirm, we're going to make it 0. So it flashes to nothing, else 1. Okay. So yeah, for one single frame, it should flash as nothing. And then we're also going to have the left and right input. So yeah, let's see. Going down, there it is. Confirm space, it flashes. It flashes, it's perfect. Okay. And yeah, if it is confirming, let's just output. Let's put it somewhere else. But this is an ImGUI, which is not great. I mean, it doesn't really. It's not. It's still a confirm. So if selected is I, let's put it just outside, and I'm going to say if confirm. If confirm. I'm going to say ImGUI. No, I'm going to say spidlog, and I'm going to info the name menu texts I. Okay, well, let's just output the name when I confirm. That's all I'm going to do. That's absolutely all I'm going to do. Sweet, Hadukanen says. Okay, so when you press drive, there it is. It says drive. Options, it says options. Quit, quit 2, quit 3. Everything works. Great. Okay, so let's abstract. Well, here's the thing. I actually have to leave in 15 minutes. And I'm thinking if I should add abstractions right now, or should I leave it for later? Maybe I should begin building abstractions for the menu. So yeah. Yeah, some of these are going to have a left and right, right? So instead of, here is what I'm going to do. Okay, let's do selecting and confirming. Selecting and confirming works, right? Okay, so here's the thing. Right now, the menu texts are strings, but I want to turn them into a struct. So I want to have a menu entry. Let's call it like that. Okay, and the menu entry should have, it could have options. Okay, well, I'm thinking if I should actually move that for later, for the next stream. Let me just think about all the abstractions that I need to do. Because we have said that we have two types of things, right? We have selectables and we have confirmables, basically. But I'm not going to do that in a OOP way, right? We have a selectable and a confirmable. No, I'm just going to bundle them all in the menu entry. And so first off, we're going to have a string which is a title, right? And yeah, but I'm definitely going to have some kind of a selectable here. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. How should I? Because for the cars, I need to link other things. So here's the thing. I could actually build a function pointers or some kind of lambdas. Should I use functional? Functional. And I can do a std function then. Std function. Which is going to take a nothing, right? Can I do that? No. Okay, how does std function work? I need to remember. Class template is a general purpose polymorphic blah blah blah. Wrapper is, you can store, copy, invoke, copy, oh my god, this is so complicated. But it's better than a const int. Okay, it still does require something. Yeah. Can it actually be null or not? That's the problem. So basically what I want to do is I want to store a function that is like onConfirm, right? I want to have some kind of a onConfirm function that you can bind to this. Okay, this is something that I need to research for the next stream, for sure. Yeah, but it needs a type. So can you do a nothing type? Obviously, it needs a type. Can you make a struct that holds a function? In struct, callback in C++ struct, my class. Okay, I don't know what is going on here. std function, pointers to function and struct, and fun. Okay, does anybody, okay, yeah. Okay, there you are. Here is how you do classic C functions, C function pointers. But would a functional actually help? That's my question. I could do this. Right, I could do a function to a void of nothings, and then I'm gonna have a nothing burger. So I can just call this onConfirm. Oh my god, this syntax is so weird. And why is there a star? Is that because it's a function pointer? Can you do this? And can you do a null pointer? Can you initialize it to a null pointer? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so if I have a menu entry, which is just an entry, okay, and then I do a onConfirm. Yeah, but the problem with function pointers is that you can have methods. Yeah, I can't have a lambda. That's one problem, right? I don't think I can. You can't capture a thing. And I do a spudlog info something. Would this work? Does the lambda coerce to oh, it does. Okay, it seems like it can work. That's interesting. Oh, sorry, I didn't see the chat. Okay, that reminded me why I don't do C++. Should work. The type it wants is the signature of the function. std function void is a pointer to a function that takes no arguments and returns void. Okay, so you need to say void. That's the thing in the function parameter as a template parameter. But actually, this works. But can you even capture? Can you capture the thing? Int s is 34, and then I can do something and then output a s. Does this work? No. It says no suitable conversion to lambda. Yeah, looks like you can do a capture, but I think you can do a capture with the std function. Actually, I'm not sure. You cannot cast to a void. Yeah. Oh, shit. Accidental terminal. I'm sorry. I have to always re-enter the chat. Ah, there you say. Hello, Bastian. He says, it works as long as you don't capture. Yeah, but maybe I am going to need to capture. That's the thing. Because for the menu, it would be quite useful to just... Yeah. Yeah, the problem is that I know that function pointers suck when it comes to stuff inside a struct. Like if you have a member, something, and then you have a member function, right? And then you want to do this function. You want to point into this of an instance. Then it can't do it because it doesn't know the instance. So yeah, let me actually try to convert it with a function. std function void, as you say. Okay, and then it can't be equals. std function can store the capture, but raw C function pointer cannot. Yes. Is a pointer. Okay, so what does it say? Expected more than equals what? Expected more than equals. Okay. Why? A class qualified name is required. Oh, of course, it needs to have a name. On confirm. Oh, yeah, of course. What am I talking about? Can you do a null pointer? No, you can't. Oh, you can. Can you just initialize it to nothing? Or will it automatically initialize to nothing? Hopefully it does. Okay, so if I say, yeah, there it is. The capture now works. So let me entry unconfirm. Can I do that? Okay, let's make a little test. Let's see if it's going to say something 34. If it does, then it's perfect. Then I can use that for my confirms. Something 34. It does work. Great. So this is how I can pass things into function into the entries. The variable needs a name. Yeah, the chat is late, but also I need to always refresh the chat to be able to see it, which is annoying. So yeah, I know that you're trying to help, but I always see the help late. Yeah, and then I figure it out myself. Okay. Anyway. Yes, so let's try with unconfirm, and then I'm going to go. So let's replace the vector of strings with a vector of entries. Did I actually submit this? Yeah. Let's do a little std function captures work. Nice. Beautiful beautiful commit name. Okay. So let's remove this this thing, and instead I'm going to do a, instead of a vector of strings, I'm going to have a vector of entries. And let's just call it menu entries, of course. Why not? Okay. And yeah, let's also reserve. And here's what I'm going to do, right? Let's replace these. And I'm going to in place back, right? We're going to have a title first. And for this one, for drive, let's do a lambda. And let's do a just spudlog info about drive. Something like that. Okay. About to drive. Can I do this? I need another. Yes, I need another thing to close it. What does it say? What's the problem? No instance of function template matches the arguments list. Aha, I cannot emplace. Oh, well, maybe I can emplace back without. Is it going to be automatic emplace back? Okay, let's actually try this. Yeah, I can't emplace back this, so let's see. Yes. Oh yeah, this is other stuff. This is not this. This is the menu entries that I didn't. Menu entries. Yeah, let's just replace these. Menu texts is menu entries. I didn't refactor that. Menu entries, is that all? No, it's not sister, it's dot title dot sister dot title dot sister. Okay, and there's another one here. Cool. Okay, so let's try this. Cannot format an argument. Formatable is doesn't work. It's because cannot format. Wait, where was that? There was, I'm formatting somewhere. Okay, menu entries. I'm definitely, it's here. Yeah, it's because I'm not pointing to the title. Okay, hopefully this works. So let's try. Let's see. There it is. We have only one option. It's called drive. When I press space, drive. There's no invoking on confirm. Yeah, because I'm not invoking. But here, if confirm, I'm not going to say this. I'm going to say menu entries dot confirm dot. Oh, yeah, of course. I on confirm and do that. But I have to check, of course, if it's on confirm is not null pointer first, of course. What does it say? Expression must have bool type. No, that's fine. Okay. You don't have a tablet or something that has a browser? Also turn on low latency mode in Twitch stream settings. Okay. Let's see. About to drive. There it is. It works. Yes, we can create abstract menus now. And of course, now I need to do the same thing with everything else. So now I can add another you know, I could add another entry. I could do like, I don't know, let's do like credits. And I'm gonna say by Notke. There it is. And you know what? Let's do a quit one. And the quit should of course crash the app. How do you crash the app? Can you do it? There is a quit thing, right? There's something std quit. No. There's a C way to do it. Exit. No, I forgot. There's something special to quit to crash the game. But yeah, what I can do is I can actually just set the bool, and I say, you know, since I can now capture, I can just say quit, and I can say false, and I'm gonna say if quit break this. If quit break, yeah, if quit break. So this is a proper way to do it, to crash the app. Much better. I can just say if quit is true here. And there we go. And I can just say crashing, and boom, it should crash it. Yeah, so yeah, let me also remove this quits because I don't need it anymore. And we're gonna work on the cars when I come back. STD abort. Oh, there is an STD abort. Yes, that's the one. Quit app, just write to a null pointer. That's a good one. Yeah, so there it is. Drive, about to drive, credits by Nothke. Yes, and quit. Boom, it's gone. Goodbye, see you soon. The engine says goodbye, see you soon. But my game says crashing. And then the engine says shutting down, goodbye, see you soon. Yeah. And actually, yes, see you soon, because I'm ending the stream. So thanks for joining. This is a nice little menu that we have here. Pretty fun little menu that we can go through. And now I can implement left and right, switching stuff. And yeah, the cool thing also is that for the left and right, for moving left and right, I can also use function pointers. You know, I can just have one which is like, yeah, stuff. And the thing is that, you know what's a cool thing? Is that, actually, I don't know if I could do this. Could I point into the menu entry itself and change the title? Because when I do a left and right, I actually want to change the label. So I want the ImGUI to display the label. That would be interesting. And then it would be interesting to be able to change the title on the fly. Yeah, in the current menu, or point into anything else, right? But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. Okay, yeah. Oh, changing resolution. That was unexpected. And the cool thing is that we have got it. We have centered. We are drawing a nice menu. It's pretty. It's nice. I like the chunky pixels. It's pretty cool. I like the centered text as well. And and we broke the game. Well, we quit properly. Yeah. So you could pass a reference to a menu item to the function pointer. Yeah, of course, I could do that as well. Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Yeah, a reference to a menu item. Yeah, of course, it can capture itself, which is funny. But it totally makes sense because the menu item is not moving anywhere. It's just there, right? And yeah, of course, what I am also going to have to do soon is that I'm going to have to add options which are like, you know, you enter another menu, but I can basically just replace, like, I could have a pointer to like menu to draw or something, and then you can just do another menu, right? Just change this pointer. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, you know, who says that C is unsafe? This is just beautiful stuff. Okay, anyway, and I'm actually surprised that I've done it so quickly. I mean, here's the thing. The captures are magic. They are just pure magic, right? Function pointers, the STD function. This is something I'm really missing in Zig, I have to say. Like, I love Zig, but lambdas with captures, beautiful. Yeah, anyway, yeah, that was a productive 2 hours. Yeah, see you soon. I think I might actually be back tonight and continue working on this. So in about 2 hours or 3 hours, I'll be back continuing to implement the menu. And hopefully it's going to be quick so I can just move it to my game and implement it there. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. See you. See you next time. Bye-bye. And Hadouken says, you did good. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, no problem. Any other stuff? No. Oh, have a nice evening. Yeah. See you. Bye. So yeah, I have a chat here. The chat here works, but not on the phone. Okay, bye.